Hello everybody, my name is Ultimate Player and welcome back to Miss Pac-Man. Now this is basically... Now I know what you guys are thinking. Malachi, you already completed the game. You already went to the 256. You've already completed all 256 levels. Well, here's the thing. I haven't been on for a while, one. And two, I really miss this game. Like, I miss this game a whole bunch. Like, I can imagine so many memories and stuff. And this time, we're not going to play on normal because we finished normal already. We're going to play on original. Which means the ghosts are going to be a lot faster. And I'm going to have to be a lot faster on thinking because they're not going to be slow. Also, is my thing on high? Yeah, no wonder I was moving so freaking slow. My God. Alright, let's do this. Okay, of course. Y'all know my strategy. I actually follow Sky Hurricane 89. If you guys don't know who he is, his channel will soon be in the description because I love his Miss Pac. Like, not only do I love his Miss Pac-Man series, I literally love his like channel. I love his accent and everything. It's actually very, very good. Like, I really miss this game. Well, even though I've been practicing it, but it's to see how much better I would be after some practice, of course. My God. Oh, Pinky's gone. Yay, Pinky! You basically got yourself killed. Uh-oh. Me? I've been practicing this. I really couldn't wait to actually, like, record more of this. Because me, I love Pac-Man. I love, like, all the assets in Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man in general. Like, Pac-Man is such a good game. And it's one of those games where I can just keep playing and playing and playing and not even care if I lose. Because it's like, because whenever it comes to Pac-Man, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It cares that you're having fun. And having fun is more important than winning or losing. Of course, me, I got mad the last time I did this series. But still, I mean, I may get mad at the game and stuff, but Pac-Man is still a fun game to play, god dang it. Like, it's still really, really fun to actually play. I really like me, I'm not gonna deny it, I love Pac-Man. I can play Pac-Man, because playing this game is like a stress reliever for me. For most people, it would be like, oh, this game is, like, strategic and stuff, and it's supposed to anger you. But for me, it just seems to calm my nerves whenever I get mad about something. Because I do get mad, but all I can do is hope that I don't get mad at the wrong thing. And just hope from that. But anyway, we did the first 2 levels okay. I mean, I would hope so, because we only done 2 levels. Act 1 and then level 3. Okay. blue with yellow dots or something. Blue and yellow. Pretty cool. Jesus. Okay, that's our first death on level 3, even though I did so much practice. I guess that practice went out the window. Alright. But that's okay. That's okay. I don't really care. Like, I don't care all that much. Like, I don't care to the point where it was just like, oh, I practiced for so long and I still die on the first, like, after the first 2 levels. I don't care. Like, I don't care about that. Most people would be like, oh my god, how did I practice for so long and still die on the first 2 levels? For me, I die and I just move along with my life. Because I don't care. I don't care if I die on the first 2 levels. Like, this is what most people fail to understand. Okay? It's a game. It's not supposed, like, it's supposed to calm you down more than anything. Like, if you get mad over something, play a video game. It's gonna calm you down, more or less. Because when you play and plus, the reason why I like Pac-Man so much, and the reason why I think I play Pac-Man so much, is because Pac-Man makes you use your, like, brain. It makes you go into scenarios where you would have to think outside the box at some point. Because me, right now, I'm just thinking inside the box. I'm not even thinking outside the box yet. Because right now, I'm on levels where the power pellet isn't completely inept yet. So, it doesn't... And plus, even if the powers become inept, even if it becomes inept power pellets, which Sky Hurricane 89 actually said in his Pac-Man playthrough. I'm not gonna steal. Frick. I'm not gonna, like, say his lines and then just not say that he actually said that before I did. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, that was my idea. I'm not Donald Trump. Okay? I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, this was all my idea, even though it wasn't. It's like, oh, I thought of building a wall. Yeah, screw Donald. Yeah, like, I'm not that person. I'm not that person that would do that. Okay? So, don't even get the wrong idea. But me, I've been trying to do something that's really tough lately. I'm trying to reach 300,000 points. Now, you guys may be wondering, Malachi, why are you trying to reach 300,000 points? Even if you reach 300,000 points, it wouldn't get you an extra life. It literally is just pointless to do that. But it may be pointless to you guys, but to me, I'm not doing it to get an extra life, to see if I can get an extra life. I already know that's impossible. After the first extra life, you're done. That's it. The game is like, oh, you're on your own. Frick. You're on your own now. You're on your own and whatnot. But oh my god, okay. That happened instantly. Okay, eat that. Uh-oh. That didn't go well. Okay. First time to use it, continue. I really hope I get to 300,000 points in this episode. But I'm not sure. You see that high score there? That is actually the closest I've ever gotten to getting 300 points. Which no, not 300, 300,000. That's the closest I've ever gotten to getting 300,000 points, which is quite a lot. That is a massive number. I mean, it's not like as massive as like, you know, maybe 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000 or 300 trillion. No, it's 300,000 is a huge number. It's just not as huge as those numbers that you may know is bigger than that. But me, I don't play a game. When it comes to Pac-Man, I kind of don't play the game for like the graphics. I don't play the game for, you know, when it's made. I don't do any of that stuff. What I do is I play the game just to try and have as much fun as you possibly can. Cause when you well, that just happened. But when you play Pac-Man, you shouldn't play Pac-Man because, oh, it has good graphics or it has, like, good gameplay. You shouldn't play it for any of that. It's more of, like, you know, it should relieve stress. That's what Pac-Man does. Now, the reason why I got mad in the last time I did this series is because that was season 1. I'm just making this second season just for fun. You guys don't have to actually... I mean, I thank you guys for watching season 2, but this is season 1. So, I mean, not season 1. This is season 2. Season 1 happened a long freaking time ago. But for season 2, I'm going to try and, like, not only am I going to try and complete the game again, which most people would be like, oh, no, don't try to complete the game again. Most people would, like, you know, but this time, I'm going to add a mix to it. I'm going to add, like, challenges and stuff. Like, if I get beam-boozled, oh, God. If I get beam-boozled or something, then I'll, like, do, like, the beam-boozled challenge while playing Pac-Man. And then, but every episode of season 2 is gonna be a different challenge. And sometimes I'll even leave the challenge up to you guys. Like, I'll leave the challenge up to you guys. Like, is it really, like, for example, complete the entire game without dying. That may be hard to do, but with the right but just like with any video crap. Okay, I ran out of... I was in the middle of a sentence, thank you very much. But just like with any video game, with the right strategy and the right tactics, you can complete almost any game without dying. And that's just something I believe. Cause there's a certain strategy for certain things. Well, when it comes to video games, of course. When it comes to video games, there's with the right strategy, even the hardest of games can be done without dying. Like, most people are like, oh, you can't complete Dark Souls without dying once. Well, with the right strategy and the right tactics, you most certainly can even complete the hardest game on Earth, which most people claim by now. Dark Souls, they're like, oh, it's the hardest game that anyone has ever played. Well, me, for one thing, I don't believe that. I think there's many games much harder than Dark Souls. Much harder. Like, you have no idea. I think there's a lot of games out there that are much, much, much tougher than Dark Souls. Because Dark Souls is more of a game where because what I've noticed about Dark Souls is like, most people have said, oh, Dark Souls is unlike most games where you can just go into the game and just, you know, level up and just get stronger that way. Well, with Dark Souls, it's not different from any other game. It's not like, oh, you start the game and we're just gonna screw you over. Oh, okay, yeah, you can go screw yourself. No, that's not what Dark Souls is. What I've noticed is that I've actually watched a lot of Dark Souls, like, videos and stuff, and I've noticed that Dark Souls is not what it seems. Dark Souls is not like this scary game that you'll just get mad and, like, most people get mad at Dark Souls and break their controller. But what I've seen is that even though I've only played, like, the smallest amount of Dark Souls in the freaking world, which is freaking surprising because me being the gamer that I am, you would be like, Malachi, I mean, not Malachi Ultimate, you would be playing Dark Souls, you would be playing the heck out of Dark Souls. But for me, Dark Souls does not hit me as a fun, well, it does, but, like, it's not one of those games where it's like, oh, you entered the game and just we're gonna screw you, and if you're not good, then we're just gonna screw you over. No, that's not what it is. Dark Souls is more of a game where you have to think of the right strategy for each battle. If you don't have a certain set strategy, like some people like go for, because what I've seen in Dark Souls videos is that sometimes people, crap, I have to start all over. Sometimes people will like go for certain strategies and stuff, and it doesn't, like, most people get up to the point where they can die in one hit from any enemy, which I'm gonna admit that's very intriguing to hear. But here's what I think. Most people think that completing Dark Souls without dying is impossible. Like, nobody is going to be able to do it. Nobody is going to be able to find the right strategy to complete Dark Souls without dying. But I think that, like, or maybe people just think, oh, Dark Souls is too hard to complete without dying. No, that's not what it is. Dark Souls is just like any other game. It's literally just like any other game. It's not douchey, it's not nothing. It's strategy. Almost every game that I've seen is strategy. And that's fine. People have to find the right strategy to be able to beat the game, and to beat the game you have to die as less as possible, which I adore in a way, because Dark Souls is because I admit, whenever it comes to finding the right strategy, for some games that can be pretty tough, because some games are ridiculously harder than others. Oh crap, I ran into the ghost like an idiot. Some games are much harder than other games, which is completely fine. Some games are like, to find the right strategy without dying in Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2, any version of Dark Souls really. To find the right strategy without dying may be hard, but if a person thinks of takes it in the right way, then. But here's what I think. Almost any game can be completed without dying. Like, most people don't want to believe that because they want to believe, oh, Dark Souls is such a hard game. Which it may be. Dark Souls, I'm not gonna lie, that is a hard game. I couldn't even get past the first freaking boss. And that was, and from one of my friends, he said that getting past the first boss was supposed to be the easiest thing in the freaking world. Which, well, not the easiest thing in the world, but you kind of know what I mean. He was like, oh, getting Dark Souls, oh crap, Dark Souls, like, the first boss was supposed to be ridiculous, was supposed to be, like, easy. The first boss of the game was supposed to be easy. That's a tutorial boss. I couldn't find the right strategy to be able to beat him. Because, you know me, whenever it comes to a new game, I kind of just am spaced out. So, okay. Now, I get it. When it comes to Dark Souls, most people cannot find the right strategy to be able to go through it without dying. While a friend of mine from a long time ago, he was like, oh, going through Dark Souls without dying is impossible. Most people have tried it and failed. But, if you're really prepared and you have everything you need and you know what to do and you know all the controls and you know how to do stuff that should be ridiculously hard to do, then, you know, you have more than a chance to find the, like, if you just find the right strategy. It's kind of hard to explain. If you find the right strategy, you can beat the game without dying, is what I'm saying. If you find the right strategy, the right thing to be able to, like, you know, avoid death in any way possible, then, you know, it can be quite, like, I get it. It looks quite hard. It is quite hard, because I played a little bit of it. I defeated some enemies. I wasn't able to defeat all of them, like most Dark Souls players, because they dedicate, like, hours of their lives to playing Dark Souls. Oh, God. They mostly dedicate, like, most of their lives to playing, well, not most of it, but they dedicate, like, hours and hours of practice of playing Dark Souls. And me, I do not, like, me, I would dedicate my time to beating Dark Souls if I really thought that it was worth it. But to me, Dark Souls, I've actually seen it for what it is, and Dark Souls, to me, is really, like, Dark Souls, to me, it doesn't really look all that hard. I mean, sure, it's like, oh, these enemies are strong, and they do a lot of damage, and stuff like that, but that's something that almost every other game has. Except for the point where if you restart the game after finishing it, then it's like the enemies get stronger and stronger and stronger until they can just kill you in one hit, and you just die anyway. But really, then it just becomes a no-hit run. If you just go through the whole game without getting hit or taking damage, whatever, if you go through the whole game without taking damage, then you'll be solid. Like, I just realized I don't have enough boards where I can reach 300,000. Crap. Yeah. Like, I get the point, man. Oh, wait. Wait a second. Hang on. Okay. Oh, crap. Crap on a stick. But when it comes to... Oh, God. And me, once I learn more about Dark Souls, once I learn what things Dark Souls are going to throw at me and how hard Dark Souls, or I already know how hard it is, but once I know how to avoid, like, all the attacks, once I learn how to, like, dodge at the right time, once I learn how to do all this other stuff, I will be the first one to complete Dark Souls without dying. Not once. Because I've done it in many hard games before. And when you put me into the mix, there ain't nothing stopping me. Dumb tutorial boss and stuff like that. People laughing at me just because I couldn't defeat a tutorial boss. Really? Like, they act like they haven't played Dark Souls for the first time before. Like, yeah, it's a tutorial boss, but in some games, even the tutorial boss is hard. Some people just don't see that because they just beat the tutorial boss so easily. They're like, oh, this isn't that hard. But for some people have different... Some people have different things of difficulty. Right? And I'm not saying that just because, oh, I want to be right. No, none of that. I'm saying this because it makes sense. Oh, crap. I forgot. Power pellets don't do anything on this. This might be level 14, right? Yep. Yep. Okay, that was a whopping 100 points. Not that it helped me, but all right. Frick. Let's get back in and try to. It's because there wasn't enough boards where it was, you know, enough. And that's the strategy I take for getting 300,000 points. Me, I try to get as many points as possible before it comes to the in-net power pellet level. AKA level 14. Which, I'm on level 14, right? Let me check. Yep. I try to get as many points before this, because see how the power pellets didn't do anything? And then this is a power pellet where the power, this is a board, I was about to say power pellet. This is a board where, this is a board where the power pellet does start to work again, but then every level after this, the power pellet is completely useless. So that kind of just throws that entire opportunity to use the power pellet more out the window, because after level 15, where the power pellet does start to work again, it throws the power pellet straight out the freaking window. So I kind of just missed my chance to reach 300,000 points. Now, I can do it where it's not 300,000, where it's not, you know, where I can reach 300,000 without power pellets, but with power pellets is actually a lot easier, because with the power pellets, the ghost, when you eat them, they give you 200 points each. So if you find a way to eat all 4 of them, which usually I just run around until all 4 of them follow me, and then I just eat all of them. But when you frick. But what I'm saying is that after level 15, look, I'm going to go to level 16 just to show you what I mean. You think the power pellet is going to stay working, right? You think they're just going to give me a break or something? Think they're going to watch this? Look at this. When I really need to use the power pellet, it's not going to give it to me. I know it's not, because I've beaten this game. And that's because you have to start from level 1 and try to get as many points as possible before the powers become inept, but the power pellets become inept power pellets. And for some reason, I think that means useless power pellets, which is freaking hurtful. See, I can't get the ghost bonus anymore. Like right after level 15, it just stops working. See, my strategy then is useless. I can't run around and make them follow me because then it's just gonna be inevitable death. Yeah, I will do it anyway, which is still stupid, but after level 15, power pellets don't work no more. So I gotta get as many points as possible before that. And to do that, I have to go all the way back to level 1. Because if I can survive at least level 1 to... If I can survive at least level 1 to 5 without dying, then I'll reach 300,000 points. So, next episode, I'm going to still keep practicing this, by the way. But next episode, I have a possibility of reaching 300,000 points if I can stay alive long enough from 1 to 5 without dying. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and survive 1 to 5, 1 to 5, without dying. No death is allowed here. Because, as I know, power pellets are going to be in net at some point, which is after level 15. And of course, before level... It's going to be after every level after 15, but also it's going to be also level 14. So level 14, it becomes a short time of like, it's like one level, then they're in that, then the next level they start working again, then the next level, then every other level after that they just don't work anymore, which I think is stupid. That right there is dumb. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Check out all the other stuff that I'm doing on my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.